An historic agreement has been struck between Ottawa, Ontario, and several First Nations. In a joint announcement, the First Nations communities will receive a minority stake in the new Darlington nuclear project. The CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick has more from Bowmanville, Ontario.
A new loan guarantee from the federal and provincial governments will lead to 7 First Nations owning a minority interest in the small modular reactor project here at Darlington. The 7 First Nations are known as the Williams Treaties First Nations. Several of their chiefs and councillors were here for today's announcement, along with Federal Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne, Ontario's Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy, and Ontario Energy Minister Stephen Lecce. This is the largest Indigenous loan guarantee ever issued in Canada. The details, though, of the ownership structure and the loan guarantee program are still being worked out, we were told. The loan is worth approximately $715 million. Half of that amount will flow from Ottawa's Indigenous Loan Guarantee Program. The other half will flow from Ontario's Indigenous Opportunities Financing Program. Several chiefs spoke at the event about how significant this investment is and what it will mean to their communities.
It's about creating opportunities for future generations. It's about creating long-term economic benefits that will help to support the priorities identified by our First Nations, whether it's housing, education, language revitalization, health and wellness, infrastructure, economic development, and opportunities for our youth.
Several of the speakers said they were taking young people into consideration as they made this decision. One chief saying the decision took bravery and courage, that members of her community had to weigh the pros and cons. And she also talked about what this decision represents for economic reconciliation in this country.
Economic reconciliation is not achieved simply by inviting First Nations to observe development. It is achieved when First Nations have meaningful opportunities to participate, to invest, to lead, and to help shape the future of projects taking place within their territories. The significance of this moment extends beyond our own communities. It demonstrates what is possible when Indigenous governments are given the opportunity to participate as partners, leaders, and decision makers.
Today's announcement adds to commitments already made by the federal and provincial governments towards this project. In October, the federal government announced it was committing up to $2 billion in equity financing, and Ontario was committing $1 billion. And today's announcement comes one day after Federal Energy Minister Tim Hodgson unveiled a new federal nuclear energy strategy. It calls for building up to 10 new nuclear reactors over the next 15 years, selling Canadian-made reactors to more countries, and doubling uranium exports. This first small modular reactor that's being built here at Darlington is expected to be done by the end of the decade. Then the plan is to build 3 more. In total, the 4 reactors are expected to cost in the neighborhood of $21 billion. Megan Fitzpatrick, CBC News, Bowmanville.